Hello Chocs and Chocettes, no number between, Chocolate Roberto here for yet another review. Surprise, surprise. And this time I've got, well, what would this be? Cadbury's Dairy Milk Christmas set or something? Christmas pyramid? Christmas tree? I don't know what this is, but basically it's a sort of set of Cadbury's Dairy Milk classics, I guess you'd say. I say classics, I say classics if I can say it properly. Classics. Yeah, so it's got sort of individually wrapped dairy milk, whole nuts and caramel ones. So I assume it's not whole nuts and caramel, it's whole nut, comma, and caramel, I think that should be. So there's 3 different types in here. Looks sort of to be basically a sort of riff on the, I guess what you might sort of expect to find in the Heroes set, really. But there's a whole nut one as well, which is interesting, so which I don't think you get in the Heroes, at least not that I'm aware of. So an interesting one. It comes as, it's like a sort of Christmas gift set. You can see that it's got like a 2 thing on there. No, it's a bit overshadowed by this sort of thing here, but it's interesting. I mean, what does it say? Does it give us any idea what it actually is? An assortment of chocolates, that's what it says. See if you can see that there. It focuses. An assortment of chocolates, there we go. And you can see the calories there. So per 100 grams, 512 calories, 28 grams of fat, 15 of which are saturates. And it's a 250 gram box. See at the bottom there. So to eat the whole thing, you're talking quite a lot of calories. You're talking over 1,000. Yes, I think 1,280. There you go. So I was a bit worried. I didn't know how on earth to open this originally, and yeah, so it looks a bit obvious. There's like a bit at the top, a bit at the bottom. But there we go. So I've done about 200. Oh God, 200. I've done about 700, over 700 reviews now, many of which are Cadbury spots and things. So in this corner up here, there'll be a link to post of all my reviews. I'll probably pop up now, but later on or at some point during the video, we'll pop up a link to all my Cadburys and maybe other reviews relating to Cadburys or whatever, or Dairy Milk perhaps. So go check those out after you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoy the review, and yeah, my other videos as well. It'd be great if you could do that. Great to have you on board. Leave comments are free. Always lovely to hear from you. Okay, so I think yeah, I think this looks interesting. I don't know if it's a bit like a sort of unwieldy present, isn't it? Like when you've had trouble wrapping it, and it looks a bit knobbly and things. So it's quite interesting. It's quite a nice look, I guess. I'm assuming it's probably really meant to be like a present and a present and a present, and I guess that's the 3 different kinds of chocolates, maybe. I don't believe it is segmented into 3 sections, but we'll find out. I reckon it's just a straight just set of chocolates. So it's an interesting one. Yeah. What else does it say? We are passionate about our great quality Cadbury products. Not completely satisfied? Please contact us. So it's vegetarians, it says. It's got the Queen approved symbol. Does the Queen approve of this? No. The Queen's not happy with this one. Yeah, so make that what you will. The Queen's not impressed. But some of the Cadbury's products, a lot of them have like the Queen's symbol, like imagine the Queen, and I don't know. I wouldn't say it's an endorsement, but it does appear on a lot of British products. And the other members of the royal family have similar ones as well. So they can appear on anything. It doesn't have to be food. It can be safety equipment and all sorts. So whatever reason, it's usually in really small print. I don't really think anyone pays any notice to it. So it's got recycle in here. So it says unwrap a good healthy habit. It says. Yeah. So there we go. Right. There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, interesting one. You can see there. That's what it is. It does look directly to be taken from Heroes. I'd say I don't think you get the Dairy Milk whole nut ones in Heroes, but I'm surprised if they've done that just for this, where they're not in the Heroes pack or whatever. It's an interesting one, that one. Trying to keep it still so it doesn't keep losing focus. Okay, let's give it an open then, see how we do. Let's yeah, give a look into it. Let's give it an open. Right, okay, once I give this Cadbury's Christmas present, Christmas tree, Christmas winter edition thing, I think it was Christmas present. It's quite a nice looking one, isn't it? Has to be said. Christmas presents. Dairy Milk set, I think you'd say, because I think it's clear meant to be 3 different presents here, stacked on top of each other. And the design is quite good as well, as I think I didn't really mention before, but it does go round the products, mainly at the top though. Oh, there you go. At the top one, you can see the design does go all the way around, whereas the other ones, the middle one, it goes around the sides. The bottom one does as well, actually. It tends to be nothing underneath, and then of course it's given way here to the barcode, and on the back it's all the shenanigans there. So there does seem to be some kind of tab at the top that you could potentially open. I think it's sellotape shut, this one. So you could potentially open it at the top. But it does seem to be mainly intended to be opened at the bottom, which is unusual, I think you would say. I kind of more like the idea of opening it at the top, really, I have to say. Let's try and open it at the top. I think you might have to rip it there. It seems to have like a tab that goes in. have a look, see if I can open it at the top. I quite like the idea of, as I say, open it at the top. I think that would be quite nice. But there we go. Okay, so you can open it at the top. So it's quite interesting, isn't it? So there you can see there. Look, so it's quite full. Don't go quite all the way to the top, which is, could fit a couple more in. But I would say that's definitely a lot more full than a lot of these kind of things you have. They're only filled up halfway through. Of course, it is a bit of a deceptive shape, But I guess let's see. So they'll come out. So this is quite good as well because you can just get one at a time. Maybe. There you go. It's a long process, this. There you go. They're coming out now. They're coming out. So see what the distribution's like. As I've always said with these things, there's no reason why there couldn't be an equal distribution in these. This is quite a good way of, at least, those people who sort for all the best ones, stopping them doing that. Well, of course, they will just open the bottom. Or just keep going until they get the one they want. There you go, look at that, there we go. That's it. Completely empty. Okay, so see what we've got distribution-wise. Looks okay from a glance, but that's quite a lot of caramels, which I think is a good sign. You probably would think it'd just be all dairy milks. This seems to be the least of those, actually. I don't know why they don't make it equally, a perfect distribution. I really don't understand it. I just... we've got 9 of the caramels. We've got 7 of the regular dairy milks, and we've got 7 of the whole nut ones as well. So that's not too bad, I think you'd say. It's not too bad. That's a pretty good distribution. We've got 9 of these, or 10. We've got 10 actually. Yeah, so we've got 10 of these. 10 of the caramels, which I think some people will be happy with. 6 of the regular dairy milks. Is it 6? 7, sorry. So 10 of those, 7 of these. Just checking here, my brain's just not really working. It's very early in the morning today, I don't know what's going on. You have some days like that, I've noticed, where you just, things just don't come out of your mouth that you mean to say, things like this. And yeah, I think today's going to be one of those days. So you have to bear with me, I do apologise. Yeah, so for 5, 10 of these, 7 of those, 7 of those. So not too bad. I think really you could obviously perhaps take 2 of these and put them there. And then would you have the same of each? I think you would, wouldn't you, really? So, yeah, you'd have 8 of each then. So really why that's not happened, I don't know. But sometimes the way these sometimes can work is that someone, I know in celebrations and heroes, the chocolate selections, someone manually adds in the, if the weight is slightly out and things like this. So it could be that someone's thrown in 2 of them, but I doubt it. There should be a perfect distribution, this really. But all in all, it's not that bad. Okay, so I guess it's basically, let's say just individually wrapped chocolate. So we've got the 3 different kinds here. Let's, I think we'll remove the other ones. Put them over here. Let's get them in a minute. The distribution's not too bad actually. I'm a bit impressed, and also the fact is you get more of the caramels. You might sort of be expecting to get more of the dairy milks being a sort of more normal flavour, but you didn't. So okay, I don't think. Let's give these an open then. Nothing as much. Obviously, they are sort of sweets, and there's lots of flourishes here. That's the dairy milk one. We'll keep that there so you can tell. There's the cow one if we can open it. Okay, and the whole nut one. Now the whole nut one is going to be my least favourite. It's a hazelnut, I believe. Contains milk hazelnuts, it says. And if you do get these in there, I don't think you do get them in roses. Okay, it just seems odd. Similar kind of wrapper to the roses, though, have to be said. This sort of like was on the side. So yeah, don't know. Okay, so let's see. So this one's going to be just solid chocolate, really. Clearly all dairy milk. So let's do the hazelnut one first. The whole nut one. Whoa! Goodness me. Okay, that went everywhere. Literally almost everywhere. Okay, so okay, it didn't go on the floor though. It just went over here. Okay, so you can see that explode. So you can clearly okay, let's put the knife down a second. So the whole nut there, you can see I've chopped it in half. But you can see really there's not much of it. There could be a couple of nuts in there really, I think you would have said. And there isn't. You can see there on the other side, so that's where the other half was there, the other, well not half, but the other part of it. So it wasn't much more than just that. So quite a small nut, I think you'd say. You could easily get a couple in there, so that might be a bit disappointing. But better for me because I'm not a massive hazelnut fan. So you can easily cut through that one a bit better. You can see here you got this sort of nice runny caramel from the Cadbury's caramel. It's very runny, so you can See, this one's kind of falling off really there. So yeah. Okay, whoop, there we go. And I think I've held that for not too long. I think it'll start to roll out, pour out. So you can see it slightly coming out there, can't you? It's a very nice runny caramel. Yeah, you can see it there. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. And I said the dairy milk one, I will cut it. So it's just going to be solid chocolate. There we go. Yeah, solid chocolate all the way through. All right, well, I think we should give them a taste then. I think we're not going to be totally surprised as to what we're getting here. We're basically getting, you know, Cadbury's dairy milk, Cadbury's caramel, and Cadbury's whole nut. Yeah, but there we go. Let's give them a taste. Let's do it. Okay, I want to give this, yeah, Cadbury's dairy milk Christmas present tree, I think, or whatever you call it. I'm not sure what you'd... I don't know what you call it. Still, I'm not decided, but it looks a bit like a present tree, doesn't it? Whoop, the tree made a present. I almost dropped all the chocolates. All chocolates off to one side, I almost dropped them all. Okay, so what we'll do then is yeah, I probably would have given the calories at some point per... Yeah, it's good per 100 grams, so, you know, I calculate how many sweets are in, so put roughly per sweet or whatever. But, okay, so I've got Cadbury's caramel here, so let's give this a taste. Yes, very nice. Okay, let's do it. I used to have the Cadbury's caramel bunny when I was younger, which is a bit, perhaps a bit risque nowadays. It was like a bit of a sort of Jessica Rabbit style affair with a bunny for you know, Cadbury's caramel. It wasn't quite as voluptuous, I guess you'd say, but you know, sort of like a sexy voice and things. So a bit, yeah, I don't know. Don't think they do it these days, but sometimes you see, I think, sort of things on the internet of the old adverts and things like that. But I don't think they've ever come back to that brand. It used to be a separate. It wasn't Cadbury's dairy milk caramel in the past. It was just Cadbury's caramel. Might have had dairy milk chocolate, but it wasn't. I'm not sure, but it wasn't. It was just a totally yellow bar, that colour there. So there's no purple on it. So yeah, it was interesting. Anyway, okay, let's give this a taste. Let's do it. This is Cadbury's caramel. Yeah, it's a nice caramel. It's like sort of like the most caramels. It's a bit of a butterscotchy taste, but it's quite. But rather than it being very butterscotchy, it's more on the other end of the spectrum. So it's more caramelly, I would say, and it's nice as a result of that. I think the I think some chocolates, like for instance, I was doing a live reviews of the Thornton's Christmas edition and the other ones. I think the caramels in there were very butterscotchy caramels, and they just weren't that pleasant really. And this one's quite a buttery caramel, but still tastes kind of sweet and not and thick. You know, it's got a bit of volume to it. It just tastes nicer really than those ones. So you know, those sort of prestigious sort of market selections. This one does taste a nice caramel. You know, I do like it a lot. It's about 4 out of 5, that one, I think, for sure. Let's try the whole nut one then. I think this one might suffer the fact that it's just got one whole nut in. I think it could easily have 2. I mean, if you're a whole nut fan, you'd want it to have 2, of course, but well, maybe. I mean, I'm not really a hazelnut fan. I prefer chopped hazelnuts, and even then, you know, take or leave them really. But well, let's give it a go. Definitely there. Can taste the hazelnut for sure. Notice the dairy milk's very present in this one. It wasn't as present in the Cadbury's caramel. And it's not bad. I think, hazelnut for me doesn't really do it for me. You know, I'd rather it wasn't there. Basically, I'd rather it be almost anything else. It's not. I don't dislike it, but the texture of the nuts doesn't really work for me. It's not really my favourite sort of texture. And the flavour, I'm not a massive fan of either. I can eat it, but I prefer it in sort of, I don't know, praline form or in sort of Kinder products, you know, Kinder Buenos and stuff. That sort of taste. But you know, I think it was present enough to not have to feel, oh, I wish there was 2 in there. I think one was, you know, more than enough. It was prevalent enough. So yeah, maybe better if it's chopped hazelnuts. I'm not sure, but it is you know, Cadbury's whole nuts. So so you know, I think that would defeat the, well, you know, yeah, he couldn't do it. It wouldn't be Cadbury's whole nut otherwise. So I think for me, yeah, it's probably a 3 out of 5, that one, I think. The dairy milk's quite prevalent in it, but as I say, just the texture of nuts and things just sort of detracts for me. But I think if you like those, I think you could easily say it's a 4 out of 5 as well. Dairy milk, though in this case, didn't seem to really blow me away for some reason. So we got the regular one. I said they all look like this. Give them a measure as well before I forget. I didn't do it. They're all the same size, of course. Yes, but 2.6 to 2.7 in width and height. Not quite. It's a bit of a dome shape, but 1.6. There we go. Okay, so this is a solid chocolate. Let's give it a go. Mm. It does give you more chance, even though the whole nut one isn't too different. Mm. You do feel yourself really enjoying the chocolate more than even in the whole nut. You know, it just allows you to really experience it better. Whereas the whole nut one, it kind of collapsed a bit around the nut, you know, as you bit into it. Mm. As you saw when I cut it, you know, it kind of collapsed around the nut of it. Mm. This one really allows you to enjoy the chocolate. I know it just melts away, and it's just a bit. It seems to work better rather than you being sidetracked by the hazelnut inside it, which I found myself with the whole nut one. Mm. You know, it really allows you to appreciate the dairy nut chocolate a lot more. Strange enough, yeah, you know, I said it is there on both of the others, especially on the whole nut where it's even more prevalent. But it just seems to work better in this one on its own. It's definitely better. You know, let's say you've got the whole nut there. Just give it. Yeah, I'm getting that hazelnut taste and that texture as well. For me, it really detracts from the dairy milk. It really does, both in texture and in taste. It's quite nice and sort of velvety, the dairy milk chocolate. But you're just getting distracted by that sort of nutty, you know, flaky taste. You know. Yeah. Yes, it's a remarkable difference actually. So I think, yeah, I think more of a 4.5, maybe even a 5 for that dairy milk. I really like it. It's really, it's definitely a cut above it. The caramel one's not bad. I think it's just it's poured out in the end. mm. Mm. The caramel one is nice. I just think it. I don't know. I just think it's okay. I like caramels and things. I'm not against them at all. You know what I mean? But there's just something about the dairy milk. It's the sort of payoff you get with chewing it and the way it changes taste and melts in your mouth and the thickness of it. You've almost got the sort of almost got the effect of caramel, but in solid form. So you know what I mean. And I don't mean my chewy caramel like that. I just mean it's sort of that sweet, lovely taste. Just it's just more of an experience than the caramel provides, basically. So that's why I think I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5. Yeah. Really nice today, definitely really nice. So we have I've kind of reviewed 3 bars here. Is what's happened. You know, I've kind of reviewed the sort of the whole nut. Let's say the Cadbury's caramel and the dairy milk as well. And that's kind of what we've got. We've got nothing unique in here really. It's just a way of eating the same chocolate. It's just like a sort of cut down Cadbury's Heroes, Cadbury's Roses, or like a more refined one, or just a dairy milk orientated one. Yeah, it's nice. I think as a product on its on as a whole, I think it is really good. I think it gives you a good variety of it, not a lot of variety, a good variety. And I think if you like if these 3 things are your sort of favourite thing, you know, I say it's strange how they've not done a caramel and whole nut one like the sort of the purple one or whatever, or the one they have in roses as well. And giving you them both separate, I guess, but which is fair enough. I guess you could eat them both at once. Yeah, I just think yeah, it's just it's just one of those. It's just something a bit nice, a bit different. It's just a little stocking filler, I guess. I guess you'd say this is. Yeah. I think it's probably going to average as a 4 out of 5. I think. I think it's a nice selection. I think it looks good. You know, I say you've got the nut ones as well, which are interesting. You know, as I say, some people like that side of it. So you got a bit of, and you got the caramel. So you got like the 3 different versions of the same sort of bar, really. So if you're a dairy milk fan, this is definitely something for you. But for me, the nut ones are kind of wasted. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it's not a wow product really. There's not enough variety in there to sort of raise it above a 4. And as I say, I'm not too big a fan of the nut ones, but I think all the same, you do get 3 good chocolates. And if you like whole nuts, then of course you'll be happy. And you've got the caramel ones as well, and the regular ones, and people can dip in and out based on what they want as well. And you've got a perfect, well, not perfect, but you've got a pretty, almost perfect distribution, I think, which is very acceptable. And the box was pretty much relatively well filled as well. I think it could have fit a couple more in maybe, but compared to some of the boxes I've seen, that was pretty filled. Usually about half full, if that, if you're lucky. So I was very impressed with that. Although of course, it is a funny shape and things like this. So there's all that going on, but it was full pretty much. That's the thing. 4 out of 5. Okay, guys, so we enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram if you can. I do the YouTube member program as well, and Patreon. Check those both out. Get exclusive videos on the member program side of things, and other perks as well for the channel. So if you're into the channel, that'd be a great way to support me and get something else further back from it as well. So hopefully that's something you'd enjoy. Okay, guys, take care and have a lovely day. Bye for now. See ya.